Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 19 of Touched. This one's titled Out Cold. You entered the building with Hawks, walking to the elevator together. I'll see you off here, Yin. I've got some stuff to do, unfortunately, Hawks said with a sigh as he pressed the up button on the elevator. I'll be down for lunch later, he added as the elevator landed on the ground level and the doors opened. Oh, okay, you replied with a smile as he hopped into the elevator. He smirked and winked at you just as the doors shut, and you had to look away, grateful that he couldn't see your face just now. Oh, he's so hot and cute, and I need to tell him that I like him back, but how? And when would be a good time? You mulled over these things as you walked to your office, ready to start the day. Lunchtime rolled around and in strolled Hawks with 2 lunch bags. Hey, chicken, here's your lunch, he said happily as he placed it down on the desk in front of you. Thanks, Hawks, you said shyly as you looked up into his gorgeous face. He leaned down on the desk, his face coming close to yours. You blushed and swallowed thickly as his golden eyes held your gaze. I bought you lunch, he said in a husky, low voice, with a suggestive smirk pulling at his lips. So do I get a tip? Your face went bright red, and you tried to look away, but his eyes wouldn't let you pull yours away from his. What tip would you like? You stuttered bashfully. A kiss would do nicely, he said lowly, leaning in that little bit further and glancing down at your lips as he bit lightly onto his own bottom lip. A kiss? You squeaked, steam almost shooting out of your ears with the flusteredness that you were feeling. He waited a bit, but you were frozen in place and he chuckled before pulling back. You're really cute, Yin. I like you a lot, he said as he sat down in the chair and grabbed the lunch bag before leaning back and opening it. He watched his face light up when he looked down and saw chicken wings in the bag. You're cute too, you whispered, your face still bright red. His eyes shot up and met yours. What did you say? He asked eagerly, waiting for your response. I said that you're... I'm what, Yin? He asked, with another smirk pulling at his lips. Come on, baby, you can say it. Oh, Hawks, why'd you say that? You wailed, covering your face with your hands. That's so embarrassing. Hawks laughed. You don't like it when I call you baby? No, wait, yes, no, I like it, but it makes me flustered, you blurted out loudly as you pulled your hands from your face. This is great, Yin, he said excitedly. This is the loudest you've ever spoken. Tell me again how much it makes you flustered, baby. Hawks, don't, you wailed with a giggle. Yes, baby, yes, he called again as he picked up a piece of chicken and waved it around. You're an idiot, Hawks, you laughed, watching his stupidly happy face as he embarrassed you. His eyes lit up, and he stood up, putting his piece of chicken down as he ran around the desk and grabbed you in a bear hug and lifted you off the chair. You've really made my day, Yin, he said happily as he held you in his arms. You're coming out of your shell more and more. I'm so proud. You buried your face into his chest. It's all thanks to you, you whispered into his shirt. He heard you and smiled, but didn't make mention of it. He let you go after a while and went back to his seat, sitting down and grabbing his piece of chicken again. My mum says hi too, you said bashfully, as you opened your takeaway box and picked up a fork, stabbing it into some of your food and popping it in your mouth. Ah, checking in on her son-in-law, is she? Hawks asked casually. You choked on your food again for the second time that day. Hawks, you screeched after you'd spat your food into a napkin. He laughed. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Secretly, you didn't want him to stop, but for the time being it was probably best if he did, otherwise you were going to choke on something and possibly die. The two of you chatted happily till the end of lunch, and then he got up to leave. Well, chicken, I'll be back to do our walk, he said over his shoulder as he headed for the office door. See you then. Bye, Hawks. Thanks for lunch, you said happily from your desk. No problem, baby, he said with a wink. You blushed heavily. Oh, and hey, feel free to call me Daddy, he added casually with smouldering eyes and a half smirk as he walked out and down the hall. Your blood pressure spiked and you started seeing stars in the peripheries of your eyes. Oh my gosh, did he just say that out loud? Oh my gosh. You clutched at your chest and took deep breaths, trying to bring your heart rate under control as you stared at your desk. Suddenly, you were aware of ringing in your ears and it slowly got louder. You okay? A familiar voice asked from the door, and your eyes shot up into a pair of golden ones. Hawks had come back to make sure you hadn't passed out. Then you passed out. Hey. Your vision slowly came back to you, and you realised that you were on the ground, with Hawks hovering over you. Well, I think I've found your limit, he said with an apologetic smile. Are you okay? You nodded, You couldn't speak because your mouth had run dry. After a few more minutes of recovery, Hawks helped you sit up, and then you got back up at your desk. Hey, listen, he said as he crouched in front of you and raised your chin so that he could look you in the eye. If I'm saying too much, tell me straight. I'm not good at holding back, so sometimes I need someone to tell me when I'm crossing the line. You nodded weakly. I'm just not used to people saying these things to me, you said softly as he held your gaze. Come on. You're telling me that no one's ever flirted with you before? He asked gently. You nodded into his hand. Well, don't expect me to stop because I'm hella attracted to you, but you need to tell me when to stop when you're uncomfortable, okay? He said with a reassuring smile. You nodded again. Sorry, I do like you saying that stuff to me, but it just makes me giddy, you mumbled with a blush as you looked to the side. I'm going to refrain from saying what I really want to say right now because you're just recovering from passing out, Hawk said with a chuckle as he let your chin go, but I'm glad you like it. Okay, I'll do my best to speak up next time, you said, looking up at him bashfully with a grateful smile. Good, he said as he turned to leave. You can speak your mind with me. I don't bite, he added with a smile as he left for the second time. Got to build on that confidence thing she's got going, he thought as he walked down the hall to the elevator. Never know when that's going to come in handy. And there ends chapter 19. Stay tuned for chapter 20.